This is Andrew Gill with Hoffman Realty Tampa Property Management, and this is another in our helpful blog series for landlords, and this one is called How Not to Lose Your Shirt, Risk Management for Landlords. And this is part 2 of a 4-part blog, and in part 1 we talked about insurance, and in this one we're going to talk about tenant safety. In part 3 we're going to talk about federal laws, and in part 4 not renting to the wrong tenants. And there is a legal obligation as a landlord to ensure that you protect your tenants from obvious safety hazards. And your tenant's going to expect you do the same too. And so you wanted to do this, there are 3 areas that we recommend. The first one is inspections. You want to inspect your property for safety hazards. You know, these could be things like trip hazards, they could be loose railings, they could be poorly lit entrance ways to your property. In fact, we have a safety checklist that we developed over the years which has all the areas where you keep a property safe. And if you want a copy, please contact us, we'll be happy to share it. Key areas are things like making sure the ground fault circuit interrupters work in the wet areas, that the smoke detectors are working, or if it's got carbon fuels, that carbon monoxide sensors are working. The second area you want to make sure that you have in place is you want a system so your tenants can report safety hazards 24/7. So now not everything that gets reported 24/7 is going to be a safety hazard, but occasionally you'll get one and you'll need to have that in place so you can respond fast. Consider, for example, what happens if your garage door at your rental property jams open on a Saturday night? Now, if that garage is incorporated into the house, your tenants being unable to close that garage does present a safety hazard, so you want to know about that so you can get someone out there. The third area where you want to keep your tenants safe is for environmental hazards. So, for example, if your tenant reports they might be concerned about mold, you want to have a system where you can respond to that. And we do have another blog about how you handle mold complaints. Another area would be if your house was built prior to 1978. It may have lead-based paint hazards, so you want a system in place in how you maintain a property that might have lead-based paint. As a landlord, not only is it the right thing to do to make sure your tenants are safe, it also lowers your liability profile by keeping your tenants safe. Not only that, it's also a good business decision, because what tenant is going to want to rent your property if it may not be safe? Or what tenant, or good tenant that you already have, is going to want to stay in your property if they don't think it's safe? So please keep your tenants safe in your property.